What's going on, people, and welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd do a quick video explaining the reasons why I think Celtic are having a poor season and where I think the issues lie. So the first reason, recruitment and failure to focus on the Champions League. So once again, Celtic's recruitment has been no short of a shambles. I don't think we've got, where it's been proven we haven't got the quality again to compete in Europe. Very disappointing. And even domestically now it's starting to show. We were promised quality signings. We haven't got any of them in. We've got projects again, and only one of them has been a success, which has been Lewis Palmer. All the rest of them have barely played, or when they have, or they've just been deemed not good enough by the manager. And I think that has a lot to do with it. Again, that's on the board. You know my opinions on the boards. I'm not a big fan of them. I think they've gone past their sell-by date. I think that they need to be removed as soon as possible. But yeah, I think that's the first reason, the recruitment and the board. Second reason, Brendan Rodgers not being the same manager he was the first time he was here. I think Brendan Rodgers has lost his sparkle. I don't think he's the same manager he was the first time he was at the club. You know, the players don't seem to trust him. They don't seem to be listening to what he's saying. And Jay just doesn't look happy. He's saying that he made the signings. Again, this comes back to my first point. I don't believe that at all. If you're telling me that Brendan Rodgers agreed to sign Quan, for example, there's no chance that was a Brendan Rodgers signing. He hasn't got the players he wanted in. I think he's getting frustrated with that. I see a lot of resemblance between when he went the first time and now, which is not good, obviously. And I think that's having a negative impact on the team. The next reason, his style of play not getting across and the players missing the previous manager. Obviously, he's asking the players to play a certain way, a different way to what Ange done when he was here. And I don't think it's working. Well, it's not working. You look at the performances this season have not been convincing. It's been very, very lacklustre. He's asking certain players to do a certain job and they just can't do, or they haven't got the quality to do it. So, for example, like Kyogo, dropping deep, that's not his game. His game is getting in behind and scoring goals. You know, we haven't seen the same Kyogo this season as we have done in previous seasons. And I just don't think it's getting across very well. I think that has a massive problem to do with the disappointing season so far. The next reason, I think players are underperforming, are either not good enough anymore or have never been good enough in the first place. So, for example, like Marky Johnson's never been good enough for Celtic and Irish international. Been given so many chances, but because of the recruitment, again, we have to rely on him and injuries and stuff. I think that has a negative impact on the team. He tried his best, but he's just not good enough. James Forrest, again, been a good servant, but just isn't good enough anymore. Greg Taylor not performing. Kyogo not performing. McGregor not performing. Alistair Johnson not performing. Joe Hart isn't good enough anymore to be the first choice keeper. Makes too many mistakes. And yeah, just underperforming. They don't seem to have the same tenacity as they've done in previous seasons. And yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. The next reason, the Green Brigade being thrown out of the stadium by the board. I think this has a negative impact on the team. It's now starting to show on the pitch. The Green Brigade, yes, they've made a load of mistakes and they have made some stupid errors, but they do bring a great atmosphere. Without them there, it does really hinder performances. I just don't think that the team are getting the same buzz at games that they used to. And yeah, I just think that the board should just let the Green Brigade back in, come to some kind of arrangement, and yeah, just let them back in. Next reason, Rangers being taken too lightly by Celtic. I think Celtic have become complacent. I think that has a lot to do with it as well. I think that they thought because Rangers had a poor start to the season under Michael Beale, they thought that they would canter to the league title when that hasn't been the case. I think that, you know, you got to take one game as it comes. You know, there's 4 Old Firm games in the season, you know. One win against your Old Firm rivals doesn't mean you win the title. I think that is crept into Celtic and the players. I think they've taken their foot off the gas. And yeah, I just think that, you know, it's never over till it's over. And Celtic need to buck up their ideas and take it more seriously. And yeah, I just don't think that it's it's working in terms of, you know, the games. In other games, they're just not taking it seriously enough. So yeah, those are my reasons on why I think Celtic are struggling this season. And yeah, hopefully we can pick it up. We need signings in January. Whether we get them or not is never matter. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time.